My name is Father Bishoi Musungu, Bmaseno Parish, Coptic Orthodox Church in Kenya. This church of St. Mena was established in the early years in 1979. This is the original place, the place where St. Mena even appeared. During the time when this building was to be built, it was in the year 1984, and the priest at that time was Reverend Father Philip L. Bishoi. This one came also as a missionary with the bishop of that time, and then they started now to make some bricks, make friends, start building the church. When the church was still very low and it reached the lintel, we want to make the roof. The carpenters were afraid because this is a very small, it was a very remote area and there was no protection around, and then the watchman could keep watching over the material for the roof. And when the watchman was watching the material of the roof, and some of the carpenters were around, it happened to appear that they found someone raising his hands, and they could not notice who is this person. When they moved closer, the person disappeared, and they went quickly and wake up the priest at that time, Father Philip. He says, we are going to watch our material to build the church, but we are finding someone raising his hands, which we don't know. Then the father gave a story of St. Mena praying. And when father gave the story of St. Mena praying, then it happened that this place should be called St. Mena. St. Mena himself appeared to protect the church by himself. And the prayers started by that time. The building was to be finished, and now it became St. Mena Monastery. This is where missionary priests who used to come from Egypt, and they stay here. It was a small room having around 5 rooms. Among the rooms, one room was for the bishop, and the other rooms were preserved for the priests who are the monks coming to visit from Egypt. We thank Egypt for during that time because they sent to us good. But before that, we started now to call some people from around to come. Initially, the place was with only children coming to receive the evening teaching, and young people coming also to receive teachings from the missionary who are doing the Bible study in the evening time. During the time when this place was being opened, I was still a small boy coming to the Sunday school teaching, and Father came and was teaching us, giving us liturgies, praying liturgies, and we enjoy giving us skits, showing us films, and that's how the church will grow. Then the people started to come slowly. Initially, the first congregation was having only 5 people. These were very elderly men and women. Some of them were used as servants, and then the church saw that it's better to invest in the young people. And when the church started to teach the young people now started to like the church. That the church now started with few members, 5 members only coming to the small chapel where we had an altar and the priest was praying all the time there. Among the young people, one of them went to Egypt, and that time was Father Harun, who is now the late. He passed on, and when he went to Egypt, I was now invited. I was a young man invited to come and be in this church as the deacon. The priest at that time now goes to establish other areas or visit other areas. Among the early areas that the priest used to visit is in the area called Alego and the areas called Kisumu, and in these areas now we have many big churches in those areas now. The foundation being this place, it came now a time, now also me as a servant, I should also train more in the church, and thank God's calling that it reached now the time when now the church start to grow and members become more bigger than the chapel that we were using. During that time, His Grace Bishop Antonius Marcos decided with the priest then, Father Harun, that we should build another church. And this church is called now St. Tekla Himanot, which is in this compound. This church now was started to be built in 1994. During the year 1995, after that, His Holiness Bob Shenuda sent a servant of God, who is now His Grace Bishop Paul. When he came, he started now to establish a mission, and during his time now, the church starts to grow rapidly. When he moves, he did a lot of mission, moving around, helping the people, helping the community, starting the orphanage for the orphan, starting girls ministry, starting services which can accommodate the people. And during that time again, there was a need for the health, the poor people who are always becoming sick. When they visit here, he prays for them. Miracles happen, some of them are healed. But when now it came that the infections of many diseases are there around in the area, in the village here, like HIV, now it came now the hospital, the need of the hospital now. When the need of the hospital came, the people applied and prayed to His Grace Bishop Paul that we need a clinic which now exists in the same place. The place has been now established, and when now we have now the orphanage, we have now girls ministry, vocational training, we have now a theological school starting in the same compound. Thank you for the mission work that has been going on. The missions, we received them, a lot of them from Egypt, and we thank the mission through His Grace Bishop Paul, giving us a great service that he has done in his life to establish a church to serve the community. And we thank Mesat, the Coptic channel in Egypt, for this work, great work they have done.